Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
You guys sent us a ton of stuff about the console wars.
Oh yeah, this should be good.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about Sega versus Nintendo.
Right, the classic.
And how that compares to like the modern day PlayStation and Xbox rivalry.
Yeah, should be interesting.
So I'm guessing a lot of you are probably gamers or tech enthusiasts.
For sure.
But even if you're not,
right.
I think this is still really interesting just to see how like competition can shape
absolutely
an industry, like
huge impact.
Video games.
Yeah. And culture too, right?
Yeah.
Like we're talking about,
for sure.
It's not just about the technology.
Yeah.
It's about the games themselves.
Yeah.
And the culture surrounding it.
Yeah.
And, you know, the different philosophies of game design and stuff like that.
So true.
It's really fascinating to see how these battles have shaped the games we play today.
Okay. So let's like rewind the clock.
Let's go back in time.
Back to the late 80s, early 90s.
Back when arcades were king.
Yeah. And
home
consoles were starting to become a thing, and you have these
two companies that
are go head to head for dominance.
Yeah.
Sega and Nintendo.
It was a wild time.
Yeah.
So much innovation, so much experimentation.
Yeah. And it feels like Sega was
the upstart. They were the underdog.
Yeah.
And they knew they had to do something big to take on Nintendo.
Totally. And they went with this really bold strategy.
Like they were swinging for the fences.
Yeah. They decided to
target a more mature audience.
Oh, yeah. Much more mature.
Which was a big gamble at the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Nintendo was all about family-friendly fun.
Yeah.
But Sega, they weren't afraid to push the envelope.
No, they were not.
Like they were pushing boundaries with their marketing.
Oh, yeah. Their tagline.
Genesis does what Nintendo.
Yeah, like what?
I mean, come on.
What a statement.
That's throwing down the gauntlet right there.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't just talk the talk.
Yeah.
They walked the walk with games like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. It was like a huge...
Which brought arcade-level violence.
Yeah, straight into your living room.
Right into your home.
Yeah, it was definitely controversial.
Oh, it was huge.
But it got people's attention.
I got people talking, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It was like a cultural moment.
Okay, so I feel like we have to talk about this.
Yeah.
Sega's mascot.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic versus Mario.
Wow.
It's like the rivalry of the 90s.
The ultimate showdown.
It's like such a perfect reflection of each company, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. You've got Sonic.
Like Sonic he's cool, he's edgy.
Yeah, he's
all about speed and attitude.
Yeah.
He's the rebel.
Yeah.
He's the one who's not afraid to break the rules.
Yeah.
And then you have Mario,
it was like
the classic hero.
Yeah.
The everyman.
Yeah.
He's cheerful. He's friendly.
He's all about saving the princess and having fun.
Yeah.
He's the embodiment of Nintendo's family-friendly approach.
Yeah. So it's like these...
Two very different
mascots.
They're like reflections of their companies.
Yeah, reflecting these two very different approaches to gaming.
Yeah. And it really resonated with people.
Yeah.
Like you were either a Sega kid or a Nintendo kid.
Yeah, for sure. And like...
There's no in between.
Yeah, and even though Sega had this like really cool image and Sonic and...
They had the attitude.
Yeah, they had these mature games.
They had the momentum for a
while. Combat.
Yeah.
Nintendo had something else.
They had something special.
That was like a huge advantage.
Yeah.
Their first party games.
Those legendary franchises.
Yeah.
Mario, Zelda, Metroid.
Yeah.
These games were groundbreaking.
Yeah.
They set a new standard for quality.
Yeah, and they were exclusive to Nintendo consoles.
You couldn't play them anywhere else.
So if you wanted to play the latest Super Mario World or Zelda game,
you had to have a Super Nintendo.
You had to get a Super Nintendo, yeah.
And that was a huge draw for a lot of people.
Yeah. It's like these games were...
They were system sellers.
Yeah, they were so good.
Yeah.
That you would buy the console just to play them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a testament to their power.
And I feel like Nintendo also did a really good job with their third-party developers.
They were masters at cultivating those relationships. They didn't just say, hey, make games for us.
Yeah.
They offered developers comprehensive support.
Yeah, like it wasn't just like...
Technical assistance marketing. Help even financial incentives.
Like come make games for our system.
They created an ecosystem where developers could thrive.
Yeah. And that led to a much wider variety of games.
Absolutely.
For the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it was a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Nintendo got great games, and the developers got the support they needed.
Yeah, it's almost like they built this whole community.
A community of developers.
Yeah.
Who were invested in the success of the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something that Sega really struggled with.
They had some great games.
Yeah.
But they weren't as consistent as Nintendo.
Yeah, and they also had...
And they didn't have that same level of third-party support.
Right. Like the same level of support.
Which ultimately hurt them in the long run.
Yeah, and I think that ultimately contributed to...
It's definitely a fact.
Sega's eventual, exit from the console market. Like, they
couldn't keep up with Nintendo's dominance.
Okay, so we've got Sega. The disruptor trying to shake things up.
Trying to change the game.
Yeah, and we've got Nintendo, who is like...
the established player.
Yeah.
Leveraging their strengths.
Yeah, and it sounds kind of familiar, right?
Well.
Because now if we fast forward to, the 2000s...
a new generation.
A generation of consoles emerge.
PlayStation and Xbox.
And it's like...
and the battle begins anew.
Yeah, it's like a new generation of the console wars.
A new chapter.
But it's interesting because it feels like, even though it's like this similar rivalry...
the players have changed.
Yeah, players have changed, and it feels like...
the stakes are higher.
Yeah, and the battleground itself has shifted.
The landscape is different.
Yeah.
The way we play games has evolved. It's wild how much things have changed, right?
Yeah, it's like a whole different world.
Like back in the day, it was all about the hardware.
Yeah.
Who had the better graphics, the faster processor, the cooler controller.
I remember arguing with my friends about
oh yeah,
blast processing on the Sega Genesis.
Those were the days.
Yeah, but now it feels like the focus has shifted. Yeah. It's not just about the console itself anymore.
It's about the whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
The games, the services, the online communities.
Yeah, it's like they're building these...
it's about creating a whole universe.
Yeah. These universes for players to live in, basically.
Yeah, right.
And obviously a big part of that is the games.
The games are still king.
The games, yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
And it feels like PlayStation is really doubling down on what they're known for.
Yeah, sticking to their guns.
Yeah, like those big cinematic single-player experiences.
Yeah, the story-driven games that really pull you in.
Yeah, like those games that make you feel things.
Exactly.
And they have PlayStation Studios.
Which is just like...
their
network of first-party developers.
Yeah, and they've been putting out some incredible games.
Yeah, they've been on a roll.
Like The Last of Us Part 2.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah, these games are just phenomenal.
They're so good.
They're pushing the boundaries of what's possible on a console.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to create these interactive Hollywood blockbusters.
They're like playing a movie.
Yeah.
But you're in control.
And it's working.
Yeah.
Like these exclusives are a major reason why we don't choose PlayStation.
They're system sellers.
Yeah.
Just like Nintendo's franchises back in the day.
So then you have Xbox.
Yeah.
And they're coming at it from a different angle.
They're trying to disrupt the market.
Yeah.
With a focus on accessibility and value.
Yeah.
And their big weapon is Game Pass.
Yeah.
Their subscription service.
Yeah. Game Pass is,
it's a game changer.
Yeah. I was a little skeptical at first.
I get it. I was like...
it's another subscription.
Yeah. Like who needs another subscription?
Right.
But, I've been using it.
Yeah.
And it's actually amazing.
It's such a good deal.
It's such a good deal.
Especially if you like to play a lot of different games.
Yeah. You get access to
hundreds of games.
Hundreds of games.
For a monthly fee.
Yeah.
It's like Netflix for video games.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a really smart strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like it's it lowers the barrier to entry for gamers.
Yeah.
It makes it more affordable to play games.
And it gives you a reason to...
it keeps people engaged with the Xbox ecosystem.
Yeah, stay in that ecosystem, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, and then we have to talk about Xbox's...
their shopping spree.
Acquisition spree, yeah.
They've been busy.
They've been buying up
snapping up studios left and right.
These studios, yeah.
Bethesda, Obsidian, Ninja Theory.
It's like they're assembling...
it's like a fantasy football draft.
Yeah, a dream team of developers.
They're building a powerhouse.
Yeah.
A portfolio of games.
Yeah, to try and appeal to
they can appeal to a wider audience.
Yeah, a broader audience.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're definitely making moves to try and...
they're not messing around.
Catch up to PlayStation.
They want to be a major player in the exclusives game.
Yeah, and then they acquired Activision Blizzard.
Oh yeah, that was a big one.
Which is
that was a power move.
Call of Duty, World of Warcraft.
Massive franchises.
Yeah. That's huge.
Yeah, they're not playing around.
Okay, so speaking of big moves.
Yeah.
We have to talk about cloud gaming.
The future of gaming.
Yeah, it's starting to feel less like...
it's not science fiction anymore?
Yeah, less like a fantasy and more like...
it's becoming a reality.
Reality, yeah.
And it's pretty amazing when you think about it.
Yeah, the idea that you can stream games.
Just like you stream movies.
Over the internet.
Or music.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing.
It really is.
And it has the potential to revolutionize
the
way we play games.
Imagine
playing the latest AAA titles.
Yeah.
On your phone.
On your phone.
Your tablet.
Yeah.
Your smart TV.
Without needing a console.
Without any expensive hardware.
It would be a game changer.
Yeah. It would make gaming so much more accessible.
So much more accessible.
To everyone.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have to worry about...
No more storage space issues.
Storage space or like...
No more upgrading your console every few years.
Upgrading your console.
You can just have a subscription.
Yeah.
And play any game you want.
And it feels like both PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah, they're both investing heavily.
They're all in
cloud gaming.
Yeah, Microsoft with their Azure cloud infrastructure.
They have a definite advantage there.
They have the resources.
Yeah, they've got the infrastructure.
The expertise.
Yeah, to build like a
robust cloud gaming platform.
Yeah, robust cloud gaming platform.
And are already doing it.
Yeah, Xbox Cloud Gaming is already a thing.
It's integrated with Game Pass.
Yes.
So you can stream games to all sorts of devices.
Yeah, PlayStation also has PlayStation Now.
Right.
Which has been around for a while, but...
Yeah, they're constantly improving it.
Yeah, they're adding games.
They're adding features.
Yeah, they're trying to keep up.
It's a battle to watch.
It's a battle lacing.
Yeah, to see, like, who can deliver the best cloud gaming experience.
Yeah, who can
the smoothest streaming.
Yeah, the smoothest streaming.
It's the lowest latency.
The lowest latency, the widest selection of games.
Yeah, all of that.
It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top.
Okay, so we've got cloud gaming, which is huge.
Yeah.
But there's another technology.
Another game changer that we need to talk about.
Virtual reality.
Yeah.
VR has had its ups and downs over the years.
It's been through a lot.
But it feels like we're finally starting to see some truly immersive and engaging VR experience.
Yep, I've tried some VR games recently.
Yeah.
And it's pretty mind-blowing.
It's incredible.
You feel like you're actually...
transported.
Yeah, transported to another world.
There's a level of immersion.
Yeah.
That you just can't get.
You can't get it anywhere else.
From traditional gaming.
Yeah, and PlayStation and Xbox are both kind of...
They're both dipping their toes.
Dipping their toes into the VR water.
Yeah.
Sony has been more aggressive, I feel like.
Yeah, they've been pushing PlayStation VR pretty hard.
Yeah, they've got a decent library of games.
Yeah. And they're working on like a next gen
VR system.
VR system.
For the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, it seems like they're
betting big on VR.
Yeah.
They think it's the future.
Yeah, and Xbox has been...
Xbox is being a little more cautious.
Yeah, they're more cautious. Yeah. They haven't
released a dedicated VR headset for the Xbox Series XS yet.
Maybe they're just waiting to see how things play out.
Maybe they're waiting for the technology to mature a bit more.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're focusing on developing VR experiences for their Windows mixed reality platform.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But either way, it's clear that VR is something they're both keeping an eye on.
Yeah, so we've got cloud gaming.
Yeah.
Virtual reality.
It's like the lines are blurring between consoles, PCs, mobile devices.
Yeah, like what does this mean for...
It's all converging.
Yeah, what does this mean for the future of console wars?
It's a good question.
Yeah, like is the console even going to be...
I think it's becoming less about the hardware.
Yeah.
And more about the services and experiences.
The ecosystems.
Ecosystems.
Yeah.
It's about building a platform.
Yeah.
That gamers want to be a part of.
Yeah, a platform that has...
A platform that gives them access to the games they want.
Yeah.
The way they want to play them.
Yeah, it's like we're moving towards a world where the console itself is less important.
The console is just a gateway to the ecosystem.
Yeah, it's all about the ecosystem.
Exactly.
Wow. This has been a fascinating look at how console wars have evolved.
It's been a wild ride.
But there's one more thing we need to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
The games themselves.
A heart of it all.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, no matter how advanced the technology gets.
The technology is just a tool.
Yeah.
It's the games that really capture our imaginations.
Yeah. We've been talking so much about all the business stuff.
All the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, like strategies and technologies.
The competition, the money, the market.
At the end of the day,
it's all about the games.
It's about the games.
The games themselves.
Yeah.
That's why we're all here.
Yeah. And it's the games that make gaming.
That makes it so captivating.
Yeah, it's like...
It's about those worlds we get lost in.
Yeah, like...
Those characters we connect with.
Worlds that we get lost in, the characters that we connect with, and the stories.
That stay with us.
Yeah, that stay with us long after we put down the controller.
It's more than just entertainment.
Yeah, and when you look at what both PlayStation and Xbox are doing in terms of game development.
They're both killing it.
it's a pretty exciting time to be a gamer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's so much good stuff out there.
PlayStation Studios is just so good at...
They're masters of storytelling.
Yeah, at crafting these, like, narrative-driven games that are just like...
They know how to make you feel things.
So emotionally powerful.
Exactly.
Like, I'm thinking of games like...
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
God of War.
God of War.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. Like, these games are...
They're more than just games.
Yeah, they're like...
They're works of art.
Works of art, yeah.
They've set a high bar.
They really have.
For storytelling in games.
Yeah.
Like, they've shown what's possible.
Yeah.
When you combine great writing...
Yeah.
With incredible graphics and gameplay.
Yeah, and then on the other side, you have Xbox Game Studios.
Yeah.
Who have just been on this...
Acquisition spree.
Bringing
in all these amazing studios.
Yeah, like Bethesda.
Obsidian.
Ninja Theory.
Each with their own unique style.
Yeah, it's like they're building this...
It's an all-star team.
Yeah, this all-star team of developers.
And they're not afraid to let them do their thing.
And we're starting to see, like...
The results are speaking for themselves.
Yeah, like Starfield.
Redfall
Avowed.
Yes.
It's like these games...
They're pushing the boundaries.
Incredible.
Of open world exploration.
Yeah.
Sci-fi storytelling.
Yeah.
Fantasy RPGs.
And it's so cool to see both companies, like, really pushing each other.
They're raising the bar.
Yeah, to like create these, like,
yeah,
even more immersive and engaging experiences.
Making each other better.
Yeah. And it's not just about, like,
the
big AAA games either.
The indie scene is thriving, too.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
The indie game scene is amazing.
So much creativity.
Yeah, and both PlayStation and Xbox have been really supportive of
developers
about fostering that community.
Yeah, and it's so cool because indie games are often where you see...
That's where the real innovation is happening.
Yeah, like the most experimentation.
Your risk-taking.
The creativity.
Give you ideas.
Yeah, they're not afraid to...
They're not beholden to the same expectations.
Try new things. As the big studios.
Explore new genres.
Yeah.
Tell stories that you wouldn't really find.
They're telling stories that need to be told.
Yeah, in like mainstream games.
And platforms like the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
And the Xbox Marketplace
have
made it so much easier for indie developers to reach a wider audience.
And it's awesome because it's created this, like, more diverse...
More vibrant gaming landscape. It benefits everyone.
Yeah. It's amazing to think about how far gaming has come.
From those pixelated sprites to the photorealistic worlds we see today. Yeah. It's been an incredible journey.
It really has.
And it's not just about the graphics.
Yeah.
It's about the way we play games.
Yeah, the way we play games has changed so much.
Online, multiplayer,
streaming,
virtual reality, gaming is becoming more social,
yeah,
more accessible,
yeah,
more immersive.
More immersive than ever before.
And who knows what the future holds.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be playing games in the metaverse.
The metaverse, yeah.
Interacting with virtual worlds in ways we can't even imagine yet.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, and you know, as we're like wrapping up this deep dive, what really sticks with me is like...
the sense of community.
Yeah, the sense of community and like...
the shared passion.
Yeah, the shared passion that surrounds gaming.
Yeah, it's a global phenomenon.
Yeah.
It transcends borders.
Yeah, it really does.
Languages.
Yeah.
Cultures.
Yeah.
It brings people together.
It's pretty amazing.
Something special.
It really is.
So to everyone listening, whether you're a seasoned gamer...
yeah.
or just starting out.
Yeah.
Keep exploring those incredible worlds.
Yeah.
Keep challenging yourself.
Yeah.
And keep sharing those experiences with others.
Yeah, because that's what gaming is all about.
It's about the joy of discovery.
Yeah.
The thrill of competition.
Yeah.
The power of connection.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of console wars.
Yeah.
And the future of gaming.
It's been a blast.
Yeah. Until next time, keep on playing.
Game on.